Hello, everyone. I'm Jimmy Kidd, and I'm the Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs with Jefferson. If you hear noise in the background, I'm going to apologize. My son is very upset. He's playing a video game in the other room, and he is not doing too well at it, and he is 6. So I'm going to go ahead and apologize up front for that. Um, Today, I have with me Nikki Nidus, who is the coordinator for orientation and tours. It's not going to be Elizabeth Tier, who's been with me in the past. There she is. Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
And today we're going to be discussing orientation. And at Jefferson, we call our orientation student orientation, advising, and registration. So that would be SOAR for those of you who love your acronyms. And for Jefferson students, it is required if you are a first time college student and new to Jefferson. So this is something that we really believe in at Jefferson. I truly believe in. I think it is very important for students to go through orientation. And it's something that we get to applaud Nikki for the last year and a half because she's done a wonderful job kind of getting it to be not quite perfect, but almost. It's an almost perfect completion. Unfortunately, though, for Nikki, who I believe loves the in-person interaction, about last year, we haven't had much of it due to COVID. So this summer, we're going to try a little bit and try to have some in person. But I'm going to let her discuss a little bit about what happens at orientation, why it's important, what to expect. And if you have questions along the way, please just put in the chat and let us know, and we will address either on the spot or right afterwards. So I'm going to turn it over to Nikki. Nikki, go for it.
Okay, thank you for that, Jimmy. So first off, I'm going to talk about our SOAR process and what happens. So at SOAR, students will learn more about Jefferson and how to be successful in their first semester. So we go over things like setting up your user account, as well as how to log into MyPath and how to access Blackboard. We really try to emphasize this. We also ask that students try to set up their user account before they come, just to save a bit of time because it can be a little bit time consuming for that. But we do want to make sure that you understand how to use MyPath as well as how to use Blackboard, because on Blackboard, that's when you're going to be able to go ahead and see your classes. Regardless if you have in-person or online classes or hybrid, you'll need to use your Blackboard, of course. There's always going to be assignments turned in there or a syllabus that you need to read. We also go over a lot of jargon at orientation, just so that way students can understand better. For example, right now I was talking about a syllabus. So those who aren't familiar with it, we go over things of that, as well as like what prerequisites are and other things of that nature. Okay. Can they still not hear us?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out myself. Okay.
I don't. They can hear me.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure before I went too far. And then students will get to meet with an academic advisor as well as a financial aid advisor. All students will meet with academic advising, so that way you can enroll in classes. They'll discuss all the questions you have. One thing to keep in mind is if you're looking into a selective admissions program, then most likely they're going to tell you that you need to either be an associate of arts or associate of science first to get your prerequisite classes before you apply to those programs. I always like to mention this to students just so that way you're not blindsided by that. So if they're telling you you need to change your major just temporarily, that would be why. And the biggest reason is because you'd be sitting in a pending status, which affects your financial aid. So the financial aid representative might also tell you this as well. You don't have to speak with financial aid if you don't want to as well, if you plan on paying out of pocket or if you have something else set up, but you do have the opportunity with that. I will say if you're meeting with financial aid, you'll have to have already filled out your FAFSA. We suggest using our partner, KCAC, if you need any help with that. Next, we'll go ahead and go over how to request orientation. So with that being said, you'll be able to request orientation using this website. You can always search it up. There should be a link on the screen as well as what it will look like. There we go, perfect. Um, so here, if you scroll down a bit, you'll be able to fill out this form. It includes your first name, last name, date of birth, your student ID number, uh, email and phone number. Please make sure you're using an email that we can actually contact you with, because that's where we'll mainly contact you about orientation. Please do not use a KY Schools email because those deactivate, so we won't be able to contact you after that. There are a few questions at the bottom of the screen just to make sure if you're interested in our ESL classes or if you need them, then we'll go ahead and send you over to our ESL/International Admissions Department, and they'll go ahead and help you out with their orientations. Their orientations are separate from ours. All new students will need to fill out this form as well, because you also need to make sure that you're selecting the campus you would like to attend. If you're in between on some of the campuses, feel free to contact us so that way we can help you decide. Or if you say want to go between downtown and Southwest, that is fine. You can attend multiple campuses if you would like as well. Just you'll want to select the main one, specifically the one where you would like to have your orientation, just because we do have many different options and some of them are campus specific. Once you fill out this form, it will take about 72 hours to receive a response from us. Please keep in mind, if you fill it out over the weekend, you will not get a response until the main week as well. After this, you'll be able to choose your SOAR options. So we currently have 3 different options for SOAR. We have our in-person SOAR, which is where you'll come in, you're required to have a face mask, as well as social distancing. These are only going to be held on our downtown and Southwest campus. We will also be offering some combination SOARs where you're able to take your placement exam and then complete SOAR. After that, those will only be located on the downtown campus. Please keep in mind, if you do sign up and then you do feel sick or anything like that, please feel free to contact me and then we can get you rescheduled for a different date. We also have virtual live SOARs. So these are going to be through Zoom. So what will happen is you'll be on a Zoom call where it will be a group style setting. I'll do a presentation explaining all that information that I was talking about, like how to use Blackboard, how to set up your user accounts, deadlines, things of that nature. Then after that, you'll be assigned to a breakout room to meet with a financial aid advisor, as well as a different breakout room to meet with an academic advisor to enroll in your classes. The next option is our online SOAR. So virtual live will be via Zoom, and then our online SOAR are going to be modules. So this is via Blackboard, and you'll have to schedule a separate advising appointment. So first off, you'll go through that. There's typically six modules you'll have to get through. One of them requires a certain flash player, so if there's any struggles with that, you can keep moving. We'll send you instructions on how to complete those. Then you'll have to send me an email back with your information. You'll need to include your name, your student ID number, as well as your username. And then we'll get you in contact with academic advising. Typically, you'll fill out a form and they'll send you a separate link to go ahead and meet with them. Students who attend extended campuses will only be allowed to complete the online SOAR modules. For example, with Bullitt and Shelby. Carrollton runs their own virtual live sessions, but they also use the online modules as well. You can contact them directly to the campus directors. You can also go through me if you'd like, and then I can send you over to them, or you can contact them directly. And then we'll put up our SOAR contact information right now. You'll be able to see it at the bottom of the screen. We have the email, the JF-orientation, as well as the phone number. If you are going to call, please leave a voicemail. That phone is set up directly to my office as well as to the email. So when you leave a voicemail, I have access to it. Unfortunately, because we are not in office, I can't pick up immediately. And now we'll kind of open up the floor for any questions.
I've been keeping an eye We got several I can hear you, so that's good.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, yeah. So now, if anyone has any questions for us, this is a wonderful time to ask. Um, Nikki, I'm going to put you on the spot. We are also, because part of your title is orientation and tours, while we wait to see if anybody types a question about orientation, we are doing campus tours, correct?
Yes, we are. They are on an individual basis. Maximum typically is 2 or 3 people. So typically it's a student or a student pairing or a student and their guardians, or support person, whoever you'd like to come. Um, Try to limit it to 3 just because of COVID regulations. So that way we can properly social distance. Um, I do them on the downtown as well as the southwest campus. When it comes to specialty tours, you'll need to go ahead and contact the program coordinators directly just because we don't have access. If you are interested in one of the technical programs that's located on our technical campus, those I do have access to, so I can go specifically into there. But it's more of an overview than specific details. For example, I can't go over all of the classes with them directly, but I can give them quite a bit of knowledge depending on the program. Also, they'll have to keep in mind that some of the technical campus programs that used to be there are now in AMIT, which I do not have access to tour. So there may be a few programs that will have to contact someone else.
Yeah, thank you. We the at the tech program or the technical buildings, we've got that's where our automotive is. It's where carpentry and plumbing and HVAC. So we can get you into there.
All right, then. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up for today. If anyone has any questions, feel free to go ahead and contact me at the information below. Thank you.